Alright guys, so today we've got another video and it is on product research, in particular Jungle Scout. So basically today what I'm going to talk you through is how I find profitable products on Amazon. The tool I use being Jungle Scout. I'm going to show you what Jungle Scout is, how I personally use it, and the parameters that I use to find profitable products. So we're going to get straight into it here. Going to make this video as short as possible to just cram as much info as I can in. So I use Jungle Scout to do my product research. So what is Jungle Scout? So we're going to get right into it here. I'll show you exactly what Jungle Scout is. It's basically a big database that pulls all the data from Amazon, from all the Amazon sales, puts it all into a nice format for you, and you can funnel through those that information for yourself and find products that you are looking for in particular, and it'll just basically give you the information. So there's two parts. There's two things that I personally think you need to buy when it comes to Jungle Scout, and I'll show you those in a second. One of them is the Chrome extension. So what is the Chrome extension? So the Chrome extension here, now what has happened to me here? I'm just going to do this, float on top, there we go, cool. So the Chrome extension, which I'll show you in a second, there's two versions. Now I have gone for the Pro personally, because you just get way more. Like there's $100, and by the way, this is in US, this is USD, so it's going to be a bit more than 197 when you convert it to Australian dollars if you're in Australia. But there's two different versions of the Chrome extension. One is Pro and one is Lite. I don't have the Lite, so I can't show you the Lite. If you're very tight on budget, just go for the Lite. But if not, if you've got the money there, I 100% recommend you go for the Pro, and I'll show you why in a second. So basically, once you buy it, you can download the Chrome extension. It'll look like this. Here it'll say JS for Jungle Scout, and basically what it does, so let's just say if you go through the Amazon here, and by the way, this doesn't work on the Australian Amazon because they haven't got the numbers, because Amazon Australia hasn't been around for that long. They haven't got the the resources there to pull all the data from the Amazon Australia website yet. So make sure you're doing your research on Amazon US or Amazon Canada, or wherever else. I think it does Mexico and a few others as well. You can check that out on their website too, but it won't do Australia, just to let you know. So let's just say if you're doing product research, which I'll show you in the other part in a second. So let's just say you found a product and you want to check out the numbers for it. So for instance, we'll just say we'll go to Yoga Mat, which is usually my go-to. Like I said in the last few videos, don't go for yoga mats. It's highly competitive, and you're not going to make as much money as what you think on yoga mats. It's just there's too much competition there, and it's just a saturated kind of market. But this is just to show you guys as a reference how it works. So go to Yoga Mat, and let's just say this was looked like a promising product. So we type in Yoga Mat, and straight away, as soon as you type in your keywords, which is Yoga Mat for us, you just want to go here and hit the Chrome extension, and that's going to pull all the data from this search page, and it's going to tell you all about the products that are on here and what the numbers are. So if I move this over here, my internet's really bad, by the way, so this is just going to take a while to load. Now, the one thing that a few things that the Pro version gives you, which you probably see on the other page, one of the main things is the opportunity score here. Opportunity score has helped me out a lot personally. It tells you, like, you can't always go by the opportunity score, but it definitely does help, because it basically gives you a good indication if it's a good opportunity to go for, to make a lot of money off. So Chrome extension in itself basically tells you each individual product as they list on the page. It'll basically tell you what the name of the product is, it tells you the price, obviously what category, the rank. Now the lower the rank, the more they usually sell. The sales, this goes by monthly, by the way, and the revenue each month. So just to give you a reference on what yoga mats are like, this is why it says here high demand, high competition, because as you can see, now we'll funnel this down to revenue and put it right up the top, the seller that's making the most. So These are actually sold by Amazon. So it says here the seller. So this is sold by Amazon themselves. FBA, that means that it's a private labeler. So the top private labeler here is making 145,000 revenue each month. They have 4,032 reviews. So as you can see here, how many reviews they've got. We'll go from top to bottom. Way too competitive. You know, there's no way, because of the amount. And I'll show you something else as well. We'll get out of this. That was basically the Chrome extension, by the way. We might use it a bit later on in the video. But if you look down here, 202 pages when you type in yoga mat. If you were to launch a product, say you got 500 units in of yoga mats, you're going to have to do something extraordinary. You're going to have to bundle in something extraordinary to be able to even rank anywhere close to what these yoga mats are doing. And like I said, the top yoga mats are sold by Amazon themselves, so that gives you a bit of a good indication as to, you know, what's going on there. So the next part of this I want to talk about is the web app. So overview of the Chrome extension real quick. $197, it's a one-time fee. So $197 US, it's a one-time fee, and it just sits on your extension there, on your Google Chrome extension list there. One of the best tools, in my opinion. Now the web app, it's $49. It's a monthly fee, but it's billed annually, because what people used to do is they used to buy the web app, and they only used to pay for it on the months that they would do their product research, and then they'd stop, and then they'd start again in a few months when they do their research. So I think Jungle Scout tried to stop that by billing it annually, but I'll show you what it is. Now I think there's 3 versions of the web app. Okay, so there's the startup, which is $29 a month, the standard, which is $49, and they've got the business, which I'm not sure who uses it. Obviously businesses use the business one, but I've never known anyone to use the $69 a month one. I personally use the standard just because of what it gives you. You know, even though it says here tracks to 40 products, tracks up to 80 products, and then it's got the niche hunter there, I feel like it's worth the amount that you spend on it. Now, if you don't need the $49 one, just go for the basic one, $29 monthly, but it is billed annually. So just to let you know, it is billed annually, and I'll show you what that is now. So I'll show you the product tracker in a second too. So the product database, now I'm going to start this from the start, and I'll basically run you guys through how I would personally do my product research through here. So when you come to the product database, this is basically everything you need. You can put through all your different variables, and you can basically find products straight through here, and that's when you can start doing your research. I'm going to go through and I'm going to do the parameters that I would usually do if I was looking for a product, and basically tell you guys why. So when it comes to categories, there's a few categories that you need to get ungated for, which means you're actually not legally allowed to sell in it. Now, from as far as I know, that's mostly things like electronics, maybe some types of jewelry and clothing, because you've got things like Adidas and Nike and things like that. Things like software, sometimes it can be a bit iffy, and things like groceries, I'm pretty sure as well, you can't sell groceries because you need a certain permit to do that. So I'll basically, you can follow along if you have the product database, and you can check the same categories as I. So basically, I'll go through and I'll choose appliances. We'll do arts and crafts. I'm not going to worry about automotive. Baby is a good one to go for. Now, beauty and personal care, I will go for that, and I'll choose that category to do my product research in, but you just have to be careful because there are some products in there which you just have to check first before you can sell. Not going to worry about books or CDs and vinyl. Not going to worry about camera and photos. Cell phones and accessories, because that's more so electronics again. Computer accessories, no. Electronics, no. And it's not always good to go through and choose every category, because there's going to be way too many products to look for. It's better to sort of narrow down your search so you don't fry your brain when you're trying to look for products. That's what I've learnt personally anyway. Now we'll do health and household as well. Home and kitchen's good. Home improvement. Industrial and scientific. Won't worry about Kindle store. Kitchen and dining, yes. No movies and TV. No to music. No to musical instruments. Office products, yes. Patio, lawn and garden, yes. Pet supplies, yes. That's a good one. No to software. We won't worry about sports and outdoors for now. Sports and outdoors, that's when you get a lot of like supplements, and that's when you get a lot of yoga mats and just all those really competitive things, and things that you have to be careful to sell in as well. So we're not going to worry about that. Tools and home improvement, yes. And these other three we'll leave here. So leave those for now. That's a good range of categories. Now, product tier. So it says here filter by product tier, and we want to do standard, because when you're looking for products, you don't want to have oversized products, because like I've said in my earlier videos, it's going to cost too much when you're doing your shipping, and you're going to have to pay extra fees when you get it into Amazon as well. Now, I'm not going to worry about this seller here for now. Well, what I might actually do is just do FBA and FBM, because they'll be private labelers. I don't want anything to show that's sold by Amazon themselves. I just want people that it's fulfilled by Amazon and fulfilled by merchant, which is fulfilled by the seller. So, when it comes to filters here, now the price, this is what you want to sell. Like this is the price of the product that you're looking to sell. So let's just say you don't want anything that's under $12. So what I would do is I'm actually aiming to go, I'd probably go on the higher end, maybe closer to $20. So what we could do is we could do $18.68, something like that, and the maximum price you could say is something around maybe $37.89, or maybe even make it weirder, $37.76. And the reason I'm doing weird numbers is because that brings up products that a lot of sellers a lot of people that use Jungle Scout don't really put in. They'll usually do something like $19.99 to $29.99, and they'll just do the basic numbers, and that will really, like, everyone will be looking at the same products. So if you do different numbers, if you put in different numbers and different parameters, that's going to bring up different products, and that's what we're trying to do. We're not trying to be the same as everyone else. We're trying to look for different products. So now, minimum reviews, we won't do minimum reviews. Maximum reviews, usually people say no more than 50 reviews. If you want to be realistic, if you want a product that will make you decent money, you're going to have to look for something, let's just say maximum 300 reviews, because you can still rank your product alongside other products that have 300 reviews, or other sellers that have 300 reviews on their product. It's realistic to do that. Now, minimum net, so this is going by monthly. So let's just say we'll do a maximum, because you can't go, oh cool, I just want to look for something that's around 30k to 50k a month, and you're just going to find this amazing product. It doesn't work like that. You're just basically going to have to go with different parameters, and you're going to have to really get deep into the niches of each category, and that's how you find your products there. It's not going to just miraculously pop up when you put in these numbers. This is just going to get you started on helping you to get your product. So we'll just say $12,988 a month, and then we'll put in maybe something like $25,678. There we go. So we've got $12,988 in between $12,988 to $25,678 revenue per month, and then we won't worry about maximum sales. Sorry, I've put that in wrong. We're going to change this, and we're going to do it revenue. 7, 8. We'll delete these. Now this here. So, okay, so that's net. Now we want revenue. So that there. Now the only other thing that we should really put in is the maximum weight, because you don't want, like I said, you don't want anything that's too oversized. So max weight will do 1.9 pounds. This goes in pounds. LBS, it's pounds. And then once you're done, just hit search. So what I've learned when you're searching for your products, let's just see how many products it's come up with here. Total results, 3,501. That is way too many to wrap your head around, because if you come down here, there's just so many pages you have to get through. This is how many per page. So we come right down here, there's 141 pages. I don't really like looking through more than like 20 pages. 20 is probably my max. So what I'm going to do is I am going to edit, and I'm going to choose less categories, and I might even close in these parameters. So I've closed up my parameters here. I haven't hit search yet. Now I've got the same price for the product. I've just changed my categories, and I've changed the revenue. So I've just made it small. I've tried to sort of funnel it down so we don't get as many products. It's literally going to fry your brain if you look through too many at once. So we'll hit search, and we'll see where this comes up. 1,453. That's still too many. So I'm going to edit this again, and we're going to close in that gap even more. So let's even do 17,876. Now just start playing around with the numbers, and you'll see the number gets smaller in your search terms as well. Your search results, 1,040, still I would say too much. You sort of want to get around 200 to 500, I'd say, which is not too bad to start off with. And we might even make the price of the item a bit narrow in the parameters there, so we'll do 29.76. See how we go with that. 755. That's not too bad. Now for the sake of this video, we'll start there and we'll start looking through. So basically, once you've got once you're happy with the amount of search results, this is when you'll start looking through. I wouldn't bother looking through if there's way too many, because it's just going to fry your brain, like I said. Now, let's just say, for instance here, so I've seen this product before. Now, let's just say this is a completely different product that no one's seen before, and you have a look at the numbers here. So, 10-pack baby bandana drill bibs, drilling and teething. Like I said, this has been pulled from Amazon through their sales, and it's basically pulled and put into the funnel of your parameters that you've put in there. So let's just say you found this product. Now, you have to be careful when you see the amount of revenue that they're doing each month, because what they do on the product database, they pull out the data differently to what they do on the Chrome extension. So I wouldn't be looking here and just going by what it says here. What I would do is I'd click on it, open link in new tab. Now that'll bring it up in a new tab. So if it looks like a good product to you, basically what I do from here, once I've got it up in this the actual Amazon page here, you go through to your Chrome extension here, and it'll actually tell you. So the revenue is 16,060, which so they've got 805 sales a month, 226 reviews. That's not too bad. Now, if you want to check if this is a good product, what we need to do is basically get the main keyword. Make sure we're on all departments here. So the main keyword for this, 10-pack baby bandana drill bibs. So we'd probably say main keywords would be baby drill bibs. There we go. So they've come up here. Now this is how we're going to determine if it's an actual good product or not. We'll hit the Chrome extension, and that's going to load up now, and that's going to tell us what the figures are for this main keyword here. And the reason you want the main keyword is because if the numbers are good on the main keyword, then that's going to make it more likely for you to be able to get the product in, rank it, and start making sales, because you don't want to have these long like 5, 6 worded keywords for people to try and search for your product. You want people to just say baby drill bibs and your product to be first on the page, so you're most likely going to get more sales that way. Now, I remember seeing this product a few months ago. This was actually up at about a 7 or an 8, and now you can see more people are coming into the scene. They're doing different variations of it, and they are making more and more money on this, and there's more products than what there used to be. I remember when I saw this first, reason I didn't go for it is because it looked like it cost too much to manufacture, and back then I didn't have that budget to go out and manufacture this product and get it out there. That's why I went for another product instead. But reviews on here, we'll go through. They are starting to get a lot higher, so I wouldn't go for this product here. So we'll just go back into the Jungle Scout, and we'll start looking for products. And I might just cut this video to when I do find a product. I'll let you guys know how long this takes to find a product. So I'll be back in 2 seconds. So I ended up finding a product. It took about 3 or 4 minutes, and the main keyword was detox foot pads. So basically, we pulled up the Jungle Scout here. It's got an 8, so that's really good. 8 out of 10. So high demand with low competition. As you can see here, there's a lot of listings here. So let's just say this one here, 23 reviews. It's making almost 25,000 revenue per month. And a lot of these here got a lot of low reviews but making high revenue. So we'll go to funnel this through. So there we go. So The biggest listing on here is making 30,000 revenue a month with only 74 reviews, which is definitely doable. Now, there's a second part to this research which I really want to iterate to you guys. So, what we've done with the product research. So use parameters that no one else uses. Check for patent. So that was when I was talking about certain products when it comes to clothing, when it comes to beauty, when it comes to digestives and things like that. You just have to be careful that no one else has a patent for that product. So let's just say if you're trying to sell a shoe, and which I wouldn't recommend. Just say if you're trying to sell a shoe and Nike has that same shoe, you have to be very careful because Nike would already have a patent for it, and you just be careful because you can actually get sued, or you can just have your listing taken off. So you just have to be careful. The way to check for that is you just type into Google patents, and you search for your product and you see if anyone has a patent for that product. If not, all good to go for most of the time. Now, no electronics, we've already gone over that. No food or digestives, so no groceries and things like that. The reason being for no electronics and no food and digestives is because it makes it hard when you have digestives or food and you're shipping it from China and it gets into the US. Most of the time it's going to get stuck at customs and you're going to have a bit of trouble getting it out of customs. So that's why you stick with very basic products, things that are either made out of, even if they're made out of glass or steel or something like that, it's going to be less likely to get held up at customs. Things that are made out of plastic, silicon, just your basic kind of materials. Now the second part of this will be product research, is to go further down the rabbit hole. Now I'm going to tell you what that is in a second. So let's just say you've pulled up the foot pads like I did on Jungle Scout. Yeah, sweet, this looks like an awesome product. The thing that you have to be careful for is that when it comes up in Jungle Scout, you're not the only one that's looking at it. There's going to be thousands of other people looking at this product, and there's going to be thousands of other people that see this. That's 8 out of 10. And most of the time what happens is by the time people see this and by the time you get your product out into the Amazon marketplace, there's going to be a bunch of other people that have already got it out there before you, because just say by the time it takes you to find a product and get it into the US marketplace, it's going to take about a month, because it takes the suppliers usually 20 to 25 days to make it and ship it and get it out to into the US warehouse. And by then there's going to be a ton of other people that have already jumped on this listing. So the way to work around that, and the way to basically stay away from, because there's always going to be people that are competing with your product. It doesn't matter what product it is. It could be the nichiest product around, but there's always going to be people that are going to be jumping on the listing too. So the way to steer away from that, and the way to get as little people to onto your listing as possible, this is what I recommend you do. So you get out of this, this is a good product, but go even further down the rabbit hole. Just basically say, cool, this looks like a good product. We'll go for this one here, 111 reviews. You click on the product, you click on one of the products that are doing well, and you go down and you go through to where it says customers who bought this item also bought, and you look through here. This is where most of the gold is. So you want to look for related products that don't show up in the Jungle Scout web app, that a lot of people will not see because a lot of people don't do this research. So let's just see if we can find anything here. You want to look for something that has low reviews as well. So, and you just go further and further down. This is what I mean. So you click on this. This most likely isn't going to be a product that we're going to go for because of the amount of reviews and because of the price. But we go through and we go to customers who also bought this item. No, customers who bought this item also bought. And you keep going through. And you just basically do that until you find a product that looks good and has the same numbers or similar numbers as what we saw before, and it's going to have less competition. Now I'm not sure if I'm going to find anything right now, but say massage ball, we're not going to get into the massage side of things now. Cellulite blasters, massage trigger point. We'll just check it out anyway. And then what you do from here, so give me 5. So they're only doing 2,000 revenue a month. But what we do from here is we get the main keywords from this product if you think it's a good one. put it back into the search, all departments, type it in back into the search, hit the search button, and then you just basically keep going. And one other thing, so let's just say we'll go back to this other foot pad that we saw before. So let's just say you really like this product, okay? So you really like the product. Now we're going to go back. I'm just going to add a random product in, but this is how you do it. So let's just say you found the product on there. You looked at the numbers, they're really good, but just to be sure, you need to check the numbers. So let's just go to something like this. Let's just say this was a good product to go for. And what you want to do is just want to click the add button, add product to your tracker. And then what that's going to do is going to add the product to your product tracker. And what you want to do is track that for a week or two. And we'll go to sample products here just to show you what I mean. So, sample product, the amazing eye mask. Let's just say this is a product that was good. Once you've tracked it for a couple of weeks, you can hit the drop down menu here, and it's actually going to show you the data for your sales rank and your sales revenue. So make sure you track your product before you actually go for it. So you have to put in a bit of time before you actually invest your money into this product. Now my last point here, so don't settle for something small. Now basically what that means is just keep doing your product research. Don't jump on the first product that you see that you have a good feeling about. You have to make sure the numbers are there. You have to make sure that you're going to actually make profit out of it, because that's the mistake that I made on my first product. Even though it did make me good money over the Christmas period, I could have made even more money if I invested into a better product. Could have made double, triple the amount that I made if I actually did a bit more research. So we've already gone through track your products, and apart from that, guys, once you track your products, once you've done your product research, once you get this down pat, and once you basically learn how to research products, you're going to do well when you're Amazon. And when it comes to this kind of thing, it does take time, and you do have to learn. You can't, you're not just going to find your product in your first day. For my first product, it took me about 2 weeks to find my first product, and then my second product, it only took me a few days. So it does take time. You're going to learn how to use, you have to learn how to use a product database. You have to learn how to narrow your searches. I can do more videos on this if you guys need it, but just get into it. I'm going to leave the link for the Jungle Scout stuff down below. I definitely recommend this Jungle Scout product. It's helped me with my products, and it's helped a lot of other people. Dan Vass even puts it out there. He's the one who uses Jungle Scout. He's the one who used Jungle Scout to get his product that did him almost 30,000 in 1 month. So he got it from using this. So I definitely recommend it. But apart from that, guys, I'm going to leave this video here. It's probably went way longer than what I wanted to, but I'm going to go ahead and edit this now and try and shorten it down a bit for you guys. I hope you got some value out of it though, and I'll basically see you guys in the next one. I've got a new video coming out tomorrow, which is I'm going to show you something a bit different as well, so stay tuned for that. Apart from that, guys, hope you're having an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next one.